So, a lot of these things that I share with you, the Dhamma, you cannot just listen like a knowledge, then thinking you know. If you do it that way, you can never learn. You need to reflect, contemplate, and understand it deeply. That's why I don't need to remember, I don't need to write notes or what. Because this understanding, when you contemplate and reflect through the first and second turning until it becomes very, very clear, then when you develop the meditative understanding, the awakening, that wisdom stays with your form and mind. You don't need to remember anything. You will understand clearly what this thing is, naturally. And you don't need to have memory of it, don't you? The understanding is always there. That's why you don't need to prepare yourself. Understand? Like something happened, you cannot say, "Ayo, I cannot remember." Because wisdom is like that. You have means you have. You don't have means you don't have. If you have, whatever happened at the moment, you will know what to do. You will know how to act according to wisdom, the understanding. But if you don't have, it will straight away condition that delusion or that ignorance. That's why I say at the moment of sense experience, if you don't have initial wisdom, yoniso manasikara, wisdom at the moment of sense experience, you cannot deal with that sense experience. That's why in the early day I really told Yun Chan, yeah, he always thought wisdom can be learned. I said, you cannot learn wisdom. Wisdom you have to awaken to. Where you awaken to, after you reflect, contemplate, stabilize, or through the meditative turning, that wisdom, the moment you awaken to, you already understand, means it's always connected to your form and mind. You can never forget. You don't have to remember. That's why, automatic, every moment of sense experience, you will know what to do. Because the understanding will come out and prompt you. Not real. Don't have to react and stir your mind. Don't have to fear, don't have to panic. The reality is like that. Everything is dependent, originating, condition, arising, cause of phenomena. Sabbe sankhara anicca, sabbe sankhara dukkha, sabbe dhamma anatta. All this, they will prompt you. The Dhamma will just surface. And you know, straight away you cannot stir. You cannot be deceived. That's why wisdom is very powerful. That is the only one that frees you. You cannot go and think and recall through memory. What did the Buddha say? What did Brother Teoh say? How should I act? You did already, understand? Because the moment of sense experience, upon contact, feeling arise, feeling condition, without wisdom, straight away craving, understand? So how to cut that feeling? Impossible, understand? Only deluded one thing that it can cut a feeling. Without the initial wisdom, you cannot do anything to it. That's why the Abhijja Sutta is very clear. Without yoniso manasikara, your daily mindfulness cannot come about. Because your mind always stir and react with the ignorance. The initial wisdom is very important for your mind to stabilize, so that it will not stir and react and create the duality, the reaction of mind. That's the reason why first and second turning wisdom is very important. And the Buddha always teach you how to reflect and contemplate. And all this comes from the essential Dhamma. The most important one, the Buddha say, you have to every day reflect on what? The 5 daily contemplation is in your vow. You have to remember that. The 5 daily contemplation is for you to counter the first noble truth reality, the first 4. That's why the first 3 reflection and contemplation, the daily contemplation, is about birth, old age, sickness and death related to your body. This body of ours, our physical body of ours, is of the nature to grow old, get sick and die. For it has not gone beyond old age, sickness and death. So that you don't deludedly cling to this physical body thinking that it's you. If you cling and attach means you suffer. You worry about you getting old, getting sick and die. But this is not you. These are elements. They go the way of nature. So when you reflect, contemplate, understand this is not me. When you go through old age, sickness and death, you will not be afflicted. You will not be affected. You can accept the reality. This is just the form. Without the consciousness, it's not me. The form is element. Element goes the way of nature. That's why you need to take care, you take care. You need to seek medical advice to heal, to recover. You do that. But you don't deludedly attach, cling, and develop all the fear, the suffering, the misery, the unhappiness. So the first three contemplation is really so powerful. And the fourth one is about separation. The rest of the First Noble Truth is all about separation. When you cannot get what you want, it's still separation. So separation is very powerful. Separation from your loved one, your prized possession, from the thing you hold on to dearly, believing that it belongs to you. Then of course the other one is when you are with people whom you don't like. It's also not able to get what you want. When your expectations in life are not met. So all this brings about suffering. Then the final summary is very important. The Buddha said, in short, it is due to your self-delusion that condition your craving to cling to drops and to attach to all these five aggregates of form and mind that condition suffering. That's why he always say the five grasping aggregate, upadana khandhas, they are dukkha. So this first four contemplation is already so powerful, can deal with life. But the last part, the fifth one, is most powerful. The fifth one will tell you this form and mind, although not you, this one is subject to karma. The Buddha said, we are all born of our karma. He's referring to our form and mind, understand now? We are born of our karma. Heir to our karma, we inherit everything. We are conditioned and supported by our karma, means the karmic nature. Then you are what you are, every moment, every instant, because of karma. So karma, the moment birth takes place, it is responsible for your life. So when you understand that karma is 100% of life, what must you do? You have to straight away take care of karma. You cannot wait. And how to take care of karma? Follow the advice of the Buddha, otherwise you are dead. You have to avoid all evil. Then purify your mind to develop the wisdom. So this part is very important. Then apart from the five daily contemplation, the Buddha also taught the first turning, second turning, and third turning wisdom. That's why you have to go through the Four Noble Truths in these three turnings. The three turning of the Four Noble Truths is the most important. When you have your daily contemplation developed, then your three turning will become very easy. Then you have to understand this essential Dhamma. The five spiritual faculties are required to understand spiritual teaching, to overcome the five mental hindrances. Without the spiritual faculty, the hindrances are there. That's why your mind cannot be in the meditative state. You cannot develop the ability to be peaceful, calm, and aware within. Because these are mental hindrances that will hinder your mind from entering the meditative state, the inner peace, the inner calmness, and the inner awareness. So after you understand all these things, you will know how to meditate. then the Avijja Sutta and all the other sutta, you have to really go through it. That's why the 10 steps, as proclaimed by the Buddha in the Avijja Sutta, the Sutta on Avijja, how to liberate and free your mind from Avijja, ignorance, and become enlightened, is all stated there. And these 10 steps are not difficult, it's very easy. The first step you all have, because as Kalyana you should have Dhamma friends, so you fulfill. Second step is listening to the Dhamma or true Dhamma, which you also have because you have your classes. Then you can listen to the video recording, the audio recording. It's all in the website. You can read the books, transcript, everything. So this second one is the most important. It is from this second step, through listening, reflection, contemplation, that you develop the first and second turning wisdom. You can put the Dhamma into test, investigate into it. When it stands up to investigation, your faith becomes unshakable. That's why step 3 is faith in the Buddha and his teaching. Then as a natural consequence of second step, if you continue to listen, then contemplate, reflect, and meditate, the initial wisdom will come. Yoniso manasikara. And that is the 4th step. That one is relatively easy. And if you do that, you are home. The moment you have this initial wisdom, your mind will not stir so often. Most of the time it's at peace. Most of the time it will be quiet. You will not stir and react like before. So this inner peace, inner calmness, and inner awareness will give rise to that space within your mind. We call it the space between thought. Between two thoughts there is this space, clarity, and there is awareness. The space between thought means in between there is no thought. The mind is just aware. That's why there is no thought. That's why when you have more and more of this inner peace, inner calmness, and inner awareness, the space between thought, because you have initial wisdom, yoniso manasikara, you will be able to have the daily mindfulness. That's why sati will stabilize. Then later on, sati sampajana means you have clear comprehension of all the things that you are aware of. The clear comprehension is very important. There are 4. Clear comprehension of sincerity of purpose, why you meditate, why you develop the cultivation of the Dhamma. Then clear comprehension of domain of meditation. Means you can meditate in any posture, anytime, anywhere. You cannot give excuse. Because meditation is about awareness. When you are in the state of awareness, you are in the meditative state. And the 4 foundation of mindfulness is very clear. You have mindfulness of 4 posture, leading to mindfulness of every action and every movement in the present moment, and that is the daily mindfulness. That's why with that you will understand the domain of meditation cover all spectrum. You cannot say, wait till I retire only I cultivate. I don't have time. I still need to make more money. I still got a lot of duty and responsibility. Yes, but at the same time, you can meditate. Who say you cannot meditate? I did it in the early years. I was working as an engineer, and my job scope, and my career environment, they said it's a madhouse. You put 10 engineers also not enough. And yet, I was able to do with that meditative mind and understanding. It's possible, can be done. So domain of meditation is very important. And the third clear comprehension is about suitability. Clear comprehension of suitability. Suitability of 3 things. He said the most important time is now. You cannot wait. The most important moment is also in the here and the now. And the most important people are the people around you, understand now, that you can help, can make a difference to your life. That's why the most important people are the people whom you can be around with. It's just like an example, take for example, if people are far away from you, even your loved one, what can you do? Maybe nowadays you can do video conference call, contact him. But you can't do anything where he is there and you are here. Like the most important people around us today are Kalyanamitta and of course some of the non-humans. So these are the only people we can develop understanding, share understanding and help. That's why they are your most important people. You can interact with them, can express your sincerity, your respect, your gratitude, your care. So whatever gentleness, pleasantness, kindness that you can arise through your virtue, through your wholesomeness of mind state, you should arise them. As long as you do not create evil roots, then you are beautiful, you are a blessing to all. Then you will see the importance of life. The present moment is the most important because this is the only reality. If you are not in the state of awareness to be aware of life from moment to moment, you are not living life. You existed through life. You are too busy thinking, planning and worrying about life, so much so you never live, where you can never be with the moment. In silent awareness to appreciate every moment of life. And it's so beautiful. The beauty and wonders of life lies within the pristine moment. That moment has all of life. The pristine beauty and wonders, they are all within that moment. It's just like the Zen saying, having a cup of tea is Zen, meditation. And really, if you can do it without your thought creating all the fear, worry, existence and the anxiety and the recollection of negative memory. So without thought, then you just aware and drink that cup of tea. The taste, everything is so pristine, understand? Because you are fully aware of that movement, that taste, that process. You got no thought. No thought means what? When you don't think means what? There is peace, isn't it? Inner peace, inner calmness, inner awareness. No thought means nothing to worry. True or not? You only worry when you create wrong thought, isn't it? No thought means no fear, no anxiety, no sorrow, no lamentation. You are so beautiful. Why can't you see that? That's why the moment you are aware, without thought, you are so beautiful. And that is life. But you go and create thought and worry about life. That is what living being is doing. That is what most human beings are doing. And that is really delusion, foolishness. Why do you create thought to worry? To have so-called problem in inverted comma. Thought is for you to use. What are the thoughts that you need to have? You're supposed to arise. What type of thought? Wholesome and right thought, understand? Free of the evil roots of greed, hatred and delusion. Then what happened? Happiness will follow you. Dhamma pada verse 2. Cannot remember. Like the shadow that never leaves you. And this is what life is all about. So easy to choose. Choose to be happy, follow Dhamma pada verse 2. Is it that difficult? be heedful and determined to train yourself with the four right effort. Then you are incapable of evil. Because the first two right effort were root of all the evil roots, the unwholesome thought, speech and action. So when you are heedful, then you can act, speak and think with a pure thought, wholesome thought, free of the evil roots of greed, hatred and delusion. Then you are always happy. Happiness will follow you like the shadow that never leaves you. And this is what life is all about. Instead of every time through wrong thought create all the fear, worry, anxiety, sorrow and lamentation and your evil roots of greed, hatred and delusion, selfishness, covetousness. So all these are negative, evil root, make you evil. And these come from delusion, self-delusion. And that three evil roots create a lot of evil things. That's why it's the root of all evil. It makes you evil. So you need to have this understanding of what constitutes evil, and with the mindfulness, you need to arise the four right effort to root them out. Then through the mindfulness, see clearly this evil root. They are the root of all evil. So the moment you understand, you're aware of them, they cannot arise. Because they have tormented you, tortured you, and caused you enough suffering. Like those who went through depression. They will say, enough. You have done enough damage to me. For the past how many years, they will remember. Then straight away, that wrong thought will cease. That's how you cultivate. Without mindfulness, without awareness, without understanding of what constitutes evil, what constitutes wholesome thought, wholesome speech, wholesome action. That's why without the cultivation of the four right effort, through mindfulness and heedfulness, you cannot free your mind. You cannot develop the initial wisdom. Okay? So far clear that? Because you have to go back and reflect. You cannot just come to class, after that go back, forget about it, then go back to your usual way, happy-go-lucky. Then here get into trouble, get there get into trouble, repeat all your old mistake, the heedless way of living. Then you go back to square one again. If you do that, you will not progress, you will not learn the Dhamma. The Dhamma need to be developed through a very, very strong mind that has the faith, that condition the virya. Then the virya is the one that drives you, the passion, the understanding. And that one will move you. That's why you will go all out to cultivate the daily mindfulness. And before the daily mindfulness, as Kayanamita, you already fulfill the first 3 steps. The second step is very important. Second step leading to the third and fourth step is very important. The moment you clear the fourth step, Yoniso Manasikara, initial wisdom, the daily mindfulness will come automatic. And when that one comes, the heedful never die. You are assured of enlightenment. That's why step 4 and 5 is very simple, not difficult. Work on it. Then you are home. Then after that, you have sense restraint. Because your daily mindfulness will enable you to have that type of mind that is so mindful, so aware and sensitive. That's why this subtle greed, subtle evil root, all cannot arise. They cannot arise at all. Because of your mindfulness. Then you also understand what constitutes evil. That's why the moment they arise, you are aware. And that sensitivity of mind, the moment it has the sensitivity, it will have the power to seize it. But the moment you feel it, you can never allow it to move anymore. But these are all stress, wrong thought, evil roots, not conducive for life. With that, your sense restraint is always there. When the sense restraint is there, you cannot break precept. That's why the 3 ways of right conduct will be there. And this is step 7 really. After step 7, you are home. The 4 foundation of mindfulness. It becomes very easy because your daily mindfulness is already developed. Then the 7 factor of enlightenment keep on arising. That is step 9. Then step 10 is automatic. Because when the factors of enlightenment arise, means you are on the right path. You are destined for enlightenment. Because without factor of enlightenment, you cannot become enlightened. You cannot awaken. So these are all very, very clear. So if you have been paying attention, listening to the Dhamma sharing and also the recording and the transcript and the short note, by now your understanding should be very, very clear. And you only need to go all out to cultivate. And it's not difficult, it's very easy. Because the sasana is there, the consciousness is there, the conditions are there. And you have that parami, where as kayamita, that kayamita force is very strong. It can bring forth the causes and conditions for all kayamita to awaken. That's why last time I remember the video of the mother duck and the duckling. So finally, all the duckling climb above. Even the last duckling just came up. And that is what is really possible. All kayamita were clear. Especially during this window of Buddha Sasana. Sainthood is very easy, comparatively very easy. Then the Bodhisattva way also is not that difficult, except it may take longer period. But it's a natural consequence of what you do. And all these are interrelated, connected. Okay, what's the time now? Oh, we still got 25 minutes. Okay, you got any question or do you have any question? Or anybody wants to share whatever you understand?
So Roger, you're
Yeah.
suggesting that...
Wait, use the mic. Yeah, you just, yeah.
You're suggesting
Yeah.
we do a reflection?
When you listen to the Dhamma, you must listen attentively, understand or not? You have to listen attentively so that it will go in. The understanding will sink in. You don't just like knowledge, The moment you listen like knowledge, you think you know. In that way you never learn. Because the Avijja Sutta is very clear. Listening to the Dhamma. Listening means what? First turning wisdom. Understand? Then after you listen, you go back, you reflect, you contemplate, you inquire, then write notes. Close the book without looking at the notes and the book. If you can answer them and write them out, means you only start to develop the understanding. But that is a very big step. The moment you can write it out, what constitutes evil, one by one, then the first right effort is what? Second right effort is what? Then the 5 daily contemplation. You can write them out with understanding, no. Not as a parrot repeating the Dhamma, no. Means you really understand what the Buddha wants you to understand. Then that wisdom becomes different, no. Because when you reflect and contemplate and inquire, why did the Buddha say this? How can I understand all this? Then it will go in. Then it becomes very stable. Means you start to, like they say, assimilate all this understanding that the Buddha has explained or spoken or proclaimed. So first turning is when you listen, you may not have the past cultivation to help you to awaken. Never mind. Then you reflect on it, contemplate on it. Means you really inquire and investigate into it. Then as you do that, you start to actually stabilize the understanding. You know what is the meaning of stabilize the understanding. But you don't reflect and contemplate and go through life example, means you relate to your experiences in life. You cannot see the Dhamma. You must relate to life, then you will see the Dhamma. Then when you understand, means it has stabilized. It's like birth is suffering. How do you reflect and contemplate? You have to reflect the birth process, isn't it? You may not be a mother, you may not have given birth before, but you have heard people, you have seen people given birth, and you have experienced what suffering is as a human being. Then nowadays with the internet, Google, you can even Google. And how the process of birth leads to suffering. All this can be very clear. Then old age, sickness and death. When you have disease, sickness, you reflect, you contemplate, and you silence your mind and feel. Isn't it suffering? Take for example, simple sickness. When you have flu, when you have fever, you peaceful or not? You happy or not? You miserable or not? Dengue worse. Understand? Oh. Then when you have that type of fever, or that type of what they call, as you age, rheumatism, and your whatever nerve function, reflex, action, or they are starting to slow down or deteriorate. Then some of your vein, or some of your, like Vincent will know, he is treating a lot of people. Your back ache, your whatever ache, everywhere ache. Then you need to be wallop or whack. That is to pay back karma. It's better to take it this way and in the meditation rather than in the accident and lie down in the ICU. So a lot of these things, when you reflect and contemplate, you start to develop deep understanding of the teaching. It's related to life. Life itself is the Dhamma. What is Dhamma? Dhamma is about the reality, the truth. All of nature's law is Dhamma. So when you understand Dhamma, you understand life. You understand who you are, what you are, and you understand the teaching, what suffering is. And when you understand, you cannot be deceived, deluded by the phenomenal world, by the conditioned world. So coming back to your question, Yun Chan, just now you used the word what?
Reflect.
Reflect is correct. But you must go into it deep so that you understand. So your actual question is what? What is the actual question?
I find that if something not too good happened, then you can sit and reflect, oh, okay. You can see it related to Dhamma. And the question was, do we reflect on our activities at the end of the day and then see?
You see, the danger in the way you ask that question is, you are using your thought. Understand or not? Then your thought is asking all those questions. When we talk about reflection and contemplation means you have that saddha and virya to drive you to cultivate, to develop this understanding. Okay? So the next spiritual faculty is what? Sati. If you don't develop sati, you will always go to your thought. Understand or not, Inchan? That's why sati is very important. Without sati, you cannot reflect and contemplate. When you reflect and contemplate, you must be in the state of silent awareness. When you are most creative, means you are not having problem. You are not thinking. You are not using thought. There is very little thought involved. That is the real one. Otherwise, it's like the way you question. When must we reflect? When we have a problem, or when we want to develop certain understanding. It's not when you must reflect. Reflection and contemplation is the moment you listen. After that, if you cannot understand, you have to go back and do it. And it has to be done until you understand. Then only the initial wisdom come in. Then only the faith come in. You cannot wait until you got a problem, then you reflect. Then it's not effective. The most effective is when you understand the teaching, then you know how to meditate, when you know how to train your mind to develop the sati until it's very stable. Then you reflect and contemplate. It becomes very, very powerful. Without sati, you are most of the time using thought, rationalizing, trying to develop the Dhamma knowledge. That one will not help much. You may have more knowledge, but it will not give you that type of second turning wisdom, born of reflection and contemplation and inquiry means I must ask, why did the Buddha say that this noble truth of suffering is to be understood? Then the second inquiry is, how can I understand it? Then you go into all the first noble truth reality until the last one. Then you realize the five aggregates of form and mind is most important. Because the final summary is there. Then you have to ask, why did the Buddha say this? How can I understand the five aggregates of form and mind? Why did he say, in short, it is due to my self-delusion that condition me to grasp and cling onto this five aggregates of form and mind, that condition suffering, the upadana comes. So first, I must understand what is the five aggregate. Otherwise, how can I put to test? How can I know that I develop attachment to the five aggregate? So the five aggregate, the two aspects, you must understand it clearly. Then you check one by one. If I attach to the physical form, do I suffer? If I attach to external form, do I suffer? If I attach to my feeling, do I suffer? If I attach to everything I perceive in life, do I suffer? You have to do that. Just like the 4 right effort, you have to do it one by one. And it's a big topic, I tell you. It's not come to class, go back to your daily routine again and forget about the Dhamma. Like that you never learn. When I was doing it in 86 to 89, I throughout the day I cultivate. Every moment, every instant, I mindful, aware, I reflect. Even as I walk in the house or walk to the office, every moment is with the Dhamma, awareness, everything. And when I sleep in the office, fully aware. You have to do it. The continuity of mindfulness is very important. Without that, you cannot see. Without that, you are using thought most of the time. You can ask Adeline Teoh, what did they develop before the understanding come? You ask Song Teoh. It's the mindfulness. That's why before she went for retreat, she told you all. She determined to be mindful and she went with you to Rayong and the mindfulness came. That's why a lot of these people progress is because of mindfulness. Without mindfulness, you cannot. There is no way. So mindfulness is very important. You have to determine to be aware. So when that one comes, the rest will come. Yeah. Then when you listen attentively with awareness. It's different from the thought moving. That's why the art of listening is what? Not with your views, opinion and conditioning inside there, keep on asking questions and reacting. Listen means listen. The thought don't interfere. Fully aware, listen. Then reflect, contemplate. Then the understanding will come. It's just like you start from zero base. Clean slate. I don't know anything. Then I listen. If there is any truth, if there is any understanding, it will arise. If it's not the truth, not the understanding, it will not accord with nature's condition. you can see very clearly. That's why the art of listening is very important. It's not a question of right or wrong, accept or don't accept. No, when I listen, I listen. I give that speaker a chance. Then if what is being spoken is not the truth, it will not stand up to investigation. It will not match a lot of things. Then you understand, this person doesn't have the truth. Then you will not continue. But if I hear somebody who has the truth, I will listen. Then I will know this person has the truth. Yeah. Then if somebody has higher wisdom than my nature, the moment he speaks, I will know. With that kind of understanding, I have not gone into it. That's why some of the teachers later, which I met on, the thing that they share with me is so different. And the moment they share, I knew they have gone through that type of consciousness. But my nature can pick up very fast. And the moment I pick up, I move very fast. So all this is part and parcel of Dhamma training, the cultivation. When you have the sada virya, the passion, you will move. And this one is a full-time job. No? Full-time job means it doesn't mean you have to retire from your job. No. Full-time job means continuous cultivation. Means whether you are working or as a housewife doing your daily chores, or as an individual performing your duty, or what, you can still be mindful and aware. And this is what cultivation is all about. Domain of meditation. Every moment, every instant, anywhere, any place, you can be in the state of awareness, meditative awareness. Okay? So basically, that is what the cultivation is all about. It is not just knowledge. You have to go deep into it. Then after you try, if you're not sure, you can ask. Then you will ask different type of questions. Because you, after have gone into the reflection, contemplation, the question you ask is different. Then those who go further, they will ask different questions again. Because things that they can now see is so different from last time. Last time, before that initial wisdom come out, a lot of things they cannot see, they cannot understand. The Dhamma cultivation is very funny. Before you reach this understanding, whatever understanding beyond that, you cannot understand. Cannot. It's just like Dhamma, they say. You able to, let's say, a glimpse of understanding or slight awakening. It's like the Dhamma door open now. Then you go in, you can see all the Dhamma inside there. Because that door is being opened. But before you can open that door, you don't have that sati or awareness or that understanding to understand beyond that. So after that Dhamma door open, you go in, you can understand the rest very fast. That's why I told Song they all last time, after they connect, technically you don't need a teacher. Technically, the word is technically. Because if you have a teacher who can guide you, you move faster, understand. Otherwise, they themselves will understand. But the moment you connect, that understanding for that path you already have. Like path and friction. The moment you enter the path, you actually have the understanding already. But the understanding is not stable. That's why you have to reflect and contemplate until you're very stable. And then you realize friction. Friction means that understanding has stabilized until you can share them. You can express them. Otherwise, people ask you the Dhamma, you cannot use the word to explain that. It's not stable yet. But when he encounters a situation, he will know what to do. That is the wisdom. Yeah. But once it's stabilized, means you realize the friction, means the understanding is with you. You can express it now. You can explain this. So that is the difference. And that is most important. No need memory. when you awaken, you understand it's just that nature understand. It just understand. That's why when you reflect and contemplate, when you go through it, the understanding is there. And if you want to know whether the understanding is there or not, wait till you have problem. Then straight away the wisdom will prompt you one. Understand? Then you know how to act one. Not after you get into trouble, then only you reflect and think and apply the Dhamma. That one is still, unless it's habitual tendency that come back, then immediately they understand. Then they know. This one is habitual tendency. Never mind. Then they have already understood. Otherwise, people hit the really kena already. Oh, then come back. You're stupid. I should have done that. I should have got angry. That one is not the real mindfulness. The real mindfulness is that moment that things stir, you are aware that this moment is inside that. That is what sati is all about. Then when you understand it's inside there, it's an evil root, it cannot come out. Then you will know how to act. Not until you get into trouble, then you call that reflection, contemplation. That one is recollection, not reflection. You recollect, you recall what happened. Then you try to use the Dhamma knowledge to rationalize. Then you say, next time I must act like that. I must act like that. In this way, you can never liberate your mind. It's not the knowledge. It's not next time I must do what. It's when I understand, this understanding needs to be stabilized. When it's stabilized, when I face a situation, maybe the same sense experience or similar one, straight away this understanding will prompt me, it will come out. I don't have to recall through memory. That is the real one. Immediately something happens, the understanding will come out. That is Yoniso Manasikara wisdom. It will prompt you. You don't have to go and recall. Recall means Dhamma knowledge. Theoretical Dhamma, not the real one. That's why when you are in the midst of life, all this wisdom will come out. And you will know how to act. And you act according to wisdom, not according to memory. The memory is all your fear, worry, anxiety, your phobia. Then when you rely on memory, you know what you will do. Your thought will tell you, hey, what did Teoh say? What did the Buddha say? Oh, Brother Teoh said last time like that, I must act like that. You sure did that until you do that. Because that is from the thought, it's not your understanding. Understanding spontaneous, doesn't go through the memory. You need to search the memory, means something wrong already. It's Dhamma knowledge already. You need to remember things. Even the 5 daily contemplation. After you contemplate, you understand it, stabilize, it will come out and prompt you. Body go the way of nature. Finish. 4 elements, don't know it, cannot be me. Straight away you understand. Then Rupang Anicca, Rupang Anatta. Finish. The understanding free your mind straight away. Okay? Yeah. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, with this understanding, slowly you will have the clear picture of the overall. Then when you cultivate, you become different. Because I realize nowadays the sharing is like moving into a very different condition already. Last time I realized you all have a lot of problem understanding all the bits and pieces of the teaching, the essential number. Then now everything has been like slowly summarized. Then the whole teaching is inside one sharing. And now the whole teaching like a revision inside there many times. So you must have that understanding that this is not repeating. This one is for those who really cannot really see it yet. Because if you see it, you will not go through all these things. Because initially I thought everybody like me, you only need the Dhamma. When you understand, you will go all out and do it. Because my nature was like that. The moment I understand truth, I straight away go all out and I develop it very fast. But I realized no, because the Dhamma alone cannot work for you, because a lot of you all, the basic Dhamma also not there. That's why I got to go back to the essential Dhamma. Start like kindergarten again. The Four Noble Truths, the three turning, keep on repeating. And then connect all the pieces for you. Then after connect already, still have to repeat the first turning, second turning, third turning. Then Pariyati, Patipati, Pativeda. The first phase of Dhamma, second phase. Then all these are like slowly, they say what? I handhold you, that means cut you along, take you along. So you all not spoon feed yet, you still got your hand. Hand holding, I think relative is correct. So you need to move on your own, understand? No? You need to be pushed, understand? Push means what? Stand alone. Stand alone means don't depend on anybody. But of course, teachers are useful. I also acknowledge, without the guide, without the teacher, you learn so slow, so much slower. But with them, they know what are the things that you need to move. That's why all this is what teachers are for. They guide you. That's why sometimes I prefer to use the word they are your guide. They guide you. Like tourist guide, very good. You have tourist guide, what do? You don't understand whatever question you can ask. Then they will take the trouble to explain to you. Understand? Then you still don't understand, they take you there. But this one, I cannot take you there. This one, you have to do it yourself. I can only show you the way, teach you the principle behind. You have to walk the path yourself. You have to awaken yourself.